Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL. Los Angeles, together is how we will get through this.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, boss? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
You cannot even make this up. So while her city was burning, she was busy on vacation in Africa. That is the story of the LA mayor, which we will talk about in today's video, because in the past several videos that we've done about these California wildfires, we have mainly been directing the blame at Gavin Newsom, which is completely warranted. Okay, we explained in detail how his blatant mismanagement of the state has contributed to the disasters that you're seeing time and time again. But guys, it is irresponsible to just let the blame end there, because we also got to talk about the mayor of LA. The majority of these fires are happening right in Los Angeles County, and there's a lot to talk about. We'll get into the Africa scandal in a second, and that is just so utterly ridiculous, like it is beyond parody. But the first thing, and the kind of an underrated aspect I also want to point out, is one aspect you may have heard about these LA County fires is that the fire hydrants do not have water. The firefighters are vastly overstretched. Well, guys, just a month ago, the fire chief of Los Angeles County, Kristen Crowley, told Karen Bass that the budget cuts that she made to the fire department would be catastrophic. So she wrote this whole letter basically saying, look, we need money, we need resources. And then what happens a month later? Well, you have fire hydrants without water, you have firefighters that are way overstretched. But yeah, it doesn't end there, because arguably the most kind of infamous, I should say, aspect of this entire story is that as these wildfires were breaking out, the mayor of LA was busy in Africa attending the inauguration of the new president of Ghana. That's right. And as late as Monday, because these fires have been going on for a couple of days now, they're getting worse, and they're becoming a bigger news story as they go on. But these fires started several days ago. What was she doing? She was busy, again, can't even make this up, in Africa, okay, abandoning the people of her city. Now, with that said, finally today, she came back, okay? She understood that it was such a PR optics nightmare what she was doing, and a bunch of reporters asked her as she was coming back, like, why were you in Africa? What do you say about these allegations that your policies are to blame for the lack of resources in the LA Fire Department, all of that? And I've never seen anything like this. This is actually insane. She literally just sits there in silence and stares at them. Like she has nothing to say. And if you don't believe me, which you probably don't, take a look at this video.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, boss? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
What is going on?
No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
What is this? What?
We did as a right to a new house. That they asked for, they want more than this.
Madam Mayor, let me ask you just again, have you anything to say to the citizens today as you return?
No. They're gonna come.
Ma'am, hold on 1 second.
Madam Mayor, just a few words for the citizens today as you return to deal with the catastrophe.
Can you take this down?
I I mean, that video is just absolutely astonishing. Like, you can't make that. What was that? Okay, she literally just sits there in silence the entire time. At least say something. At least say, we're going to have a press conference about it later. I'll talk more about it. What is this? And she's in such a panic over this one reporter that you saw there. She's like walking around. She tries to go through a restricted area without being like buzzed in. It's so ridiculous. I've never seen a video like this. There's been plenty of politicians who have poorly handled questions and all of that, but to sit there and literally just freeze, I mean, like, that is unreal. Okay, I can't believe this is a real video. That basically, by the way, though, does sum up her response and her handling of this crisis. Yeah, sit there in silence. Yeah, don't say anything. Yeah, don't do anything. Unbelievable. But guys, it doesn't even start there, because when she finally shows up to her press conference to address the people of her city, she was not even prepared. Okay, you can't even make this up. Take a listen.
Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL. Los Angeles, together is how we will get through this. Through the heroism of our firefighters.
Gosh. It would be really funny if it wasn't about such a tragic situation, okay? All of this information can be found at URL. Thank you for that, Karen Bass. Very, very insightful, very helpful to the people, okay? We're going to go to URL. You know what that reminds me of? You know what I was thinking in this moment?
If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much.
I guess sometimes history repeats itself, okay? But yeah, there you have it. So that's the full timeline here. Firstly, Karen Bass defunds the Los Angeles Fire Department, which, all the humor, all the jokes aside, probably is the most malicious and insane part of this entire thing. You have a city that constantly deals with wildfires. Again, I want to reiterate this. These fires do not exactly blindside California. Like, this is a known thing. This is an issue that happens a lot. So you defund the fire department. Then, while your city is burning because you defunded the fire department, partially because of that, you're in Ghana on vacation attending the inauguration of the president of an African country. You come back, people are asking you questions, you stare there blankly in silence, and then finally you give us the insightful information of, please go to URL. Now, one factoid I kind of want to end off this video on in terms of Karen Bass is to remind people that this is not some random Democrat politician. She was a congresswoman for a very long time before she became the mayor of Los Angeles. But by the way, let's not forget, and you got to kind of go on a flashback to remember this, but she was initially the front runner to be the vice president for Joe Biden back in 2020. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. So if you thought Kamala Harris was bad, remember to yourself, this could have been, almost was, the VP pick for Biden. Now, the reason they actually took her out of consideration and ended up going with Kamala is because it was dug up that she actually has some ties to the Communist Party of the United States. She actually eulogized a leader of that party, describing him as a friend and mentor. And so that's the only reason, not any of this other stuff, right? That's the reason why Biden decided not to go with her as VP. But yeah, just absolutely ridiculous. That's Democrat leadership for you. That's the state of California. You think it's just the Gavin Newsom problem? No, it's all these Democrat politicians. They all suck at their job, maybe intentionally, maybe not, but go to URL. All right, that's a great statement right there. Okay, with that said, guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new. Help us get to 400,000 subscribers. And until next time, God bless and peace.